Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to our channel. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Charlie, and together we are
Babes and Barbells.
Goodness, I don't know what just happened over there. Thought the dogs were sleeping, but apparently they're up. Anyways, today we are going to be talking to you guys about how to structure a workout. So if you're maybe being cheap or you're just gonna try and come up with stuff on your own, this is a generic guideline on how to do a workout, I guess.
Plan?
Yeah, plan
Workout
a workout. So just want to say that obviously everyone is different. You should tailor a program to your specific needs. Don't just go with something that somebody else is doing because you saw it on Instagram. What's up? Why is she dying?
It's hurting my eyes to look.
I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it. It's weird.
It's like really, we're in my room right now and the window's open for our lighting because we don't have a lighting setup or anything. It's like really gloomy out, but like really bright. It's like hurting my eyes to focus.
And we're like farther away from the camera right now too than usual, and I can't see my own eyes. Anyways.
Okay. I like kept blinking and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look really weird right now.
Okay.
Back to workout. Planning.
Yes. So don't
101.
Don't just do random exercises all together because you saw them on Instagram and the girl doing them on Instagram looked cool doing them. Maybe it's us. Maybe you saw us doing something. You're like, wow, Shelby and Charlie are really cool. I want to try that too. No, don't just do it to do it. You have to have some kind of plan and structure, an idea of what you're going to do when you go to the gym. So, this isn't like, whatever. This is general. So split-wise, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's been a long day. Typically, people follow splits that are like chest and tris, back and bis, shoulders and abs. I don't know if that's typical. Maybe not the abs, maybe just shoulders. And then legs. And legs, people can break down to like legs with a quad emphasis and then leg with a hamstring glute emphasis, which is what we do. So yeah, so that's 5 different workouts. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
3 upper body, 2 lower body. Keep in mind you don't want to do your lower body is next to each other, obviously, so like don't go Monday, Tuesday, legs. You want to give your legs about 48 hours to recover. Quads are your biggest muscle group besides your booty. So they take the longest time to recover. Yeah, so that's typical splits. A 6-day, if you want one, you can do some kind of circuit. You could do like a full body workout, which is essentially a circuit, but maybe you're not into the whole like really high cardiovascular endurance-ness of a circuit. Then you can just do like full body workout. Or just some cardio. Who would do that though? Anyways, not biased at all.
Not I.
So then I guess we'll go through a sample of one of the splits for you. Which one do you want to do? We can do your favorite.
Back and biceps?
Yeah.
Okay.
So back and biceps. If you're gonna go in, you're gonna go and do a back and bicep workout. Something you probably have noticed from our YouTube videos of working out, we like to do supersets. There's several reasons why we like to do them. One is time. So nobody really wants to spend multiple hours in the gym. Some days I do. Some days I'm like really feeling it and I could just spend the whole day there. But you got other things to do. You got a job. You got kids. We have kids. Close enough. Yeah. Maybe you have a social life. We don't. We spend our time with the kids.
Who does?
But whatever. You have other things to do than spending 3 hours in the gym. So supersets are a good way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Do 2 different exercises. So we would do a back and a bicep exercise, and then we would switch because there are 2 of us. That works out really well. If you're alone, it works out just as well. You just have to use 2 things at one time, which if your gym's crowded might be hard. But there's always ways to work around that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually start off our workout with a compound exercise, typically being a powerlifting move. Because we train kind of both powerlifting and bodybuilding, we would say start off our back and bicep workout with some deadlifts. Conventional deadlifts, maybe some rack pulls, maybe some pull-ups, something bigger picture than just like a single arm row. Yeah. Then once we finish up our strength exercise, we're going to move on to our supersets. We typically do 4 supersets. Yikes, our parents watch this. I'm going to let her talk for a second so I can just recover from that one. Go ahead.
4 different supersets. So that would be 4 exercises of back and 4 exercises of biceps. We usually put the back and biceps together, so we do a back, as Charlie said earlier, a back, and then a bicep. Do them back to back, and then you rest. So we do 3 sets?
Yeah.
So 3 sets, 2 exercises. Back to back, you rest in between those 2 exercises. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, so it's not one ginormous mega set, I guess. That was 2 big words. You don't need... It's not a mega set. It's supersets. So you just... Whatever. You tire out your back, tire out your biceps, rest, get some water.
Your heart rate is still up, still going, so...
And then go back into the next one. How we pick exercises... I usually pick them. She trains clients all day, so the last thing she really wants to be doing is picking more exercises to be doing, because that's what she does all day. And I'm pretty creative when it comes to just like on the fly, but I've been doing it long enough that it works out. I'm not just like doing ridiculous things. So like I'll pick 2 things that are on cable. So like we'll do, we'll put on like the rope attachment and do a rope row for back, and then we'll bring the rope down and we'll do curls with the ropes. So trying to stay in one area at the same time, so you're not all over the place, you're not taking up a whole bunch of equipment, just being smart about it. So same thing if we're using dumbbells, we do single arm dumbbell rows, or 2-arm dumbbell rows, maybe on the incline. Whatever it is, you're using dumbbells, then you'd stand up and do some dumbbell curls or hammer curls or some incline curls if you have the bench inclined already. So things that mesh well together, and you're taking up as little space in the gym as possible and not physically trying to get big.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so then, yeah, you do that 4 times, so 4 exercises for each body part. And be the same for chest and tris. Legs is a little harder to do in that way, because you aren't going to superset like quads with quads, but you do. You just get more tired, I'd say. It takes longer. Yeah. It takes longer because you're not going to like do, well, you wouldn't do heavy squats with anything. You're going to do your heavy squats as your heavy squats and then move on to something else. But say, so like hamstring day, you could do pulse squats lighter, so that's more glutes, and then you could do an RDL, which is hamstrings, and you can superset those together. Like we often do RDLs, deficit, superset with some hip thrusts, because they both use a barbell, and you can use the same barbell, same weight, so things like that like work well together. Maybe you're doing like walking lunges, and then you can do curtsy lunges. Same kind of thing. Things that go well together and you're not all over the place. But yeah. Yeah, and then stretch before and after a workout, warm up with some cardio before legs, shoulders, make sure you're warming up your shoulders properly before you do anything shoulder or chest related. That's where the bands come in handy. I just pointed to them because we just used them. Bands come in handy for shoulder warm up, leg, glute activation. Yeah, and then cool down, the same kind of thing. Just do a brief stretch, maybe a little foam roll, whatever you prefer before you head out of the gym. Don't just peace because you want to go eat dinner, which sometimes happens. Sometimes we get a little hangry and Peace
leave.
out. Yeah. So that's about it. If you guys have any questions on how to do this, or maybe you need some help on how to do this, we are here for you.
I just want to point out a little tip. If you are new, as Charlie was saying, she just kind of wings it with what exercises we do. Before I started really lifting or whatever, knowing each exercise, bodybuilding.com has an exercise database, and you can click on it. It shows every single body part on like a female and a male figure. You just click on those and it will show you just a bunch of exercises, and they actually rate the exercises if they're good or bad. People review them, and there's actually a little video that will show you what the exercise is. So like as Charlie was saying, we do cables for 2 things, usually to stay in that certain spot. So maybe you picked a cable one for back and then a cable for bicep. Yeah, just a little tip.
That's good advice. I didn't even think about that one, so
I hope it's still up there. I'm sure it is. They probably don't take it down, but yeah.
Good resources.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram's also a good resource. You just need to be careful. Don't just like throw a bunch of stuff together and call it a day.
Yeah.
Also, you can write down stuff. Just because I don't doesn't mean you shouldn't. Our powerlifting stuff is written down, so I guess I do. It's just in my phone, but if you want to take in a notebook, like nobody's gonna judge you.
I used to, so.
Yeah, and if they do, then they're stupid. But yeah, so write down what you're gonna do before you go, so then you can follow along something, and you're not just jumping around the gym. But yeah,
that's about it.
Any other suggestions on what we should talk about? Any other topics you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with your friends. Tell your friends and family about our nice channel. And we'll see you guys next time. This is Babes and Barbells,
and we're
signing off.